Hey guys, you're watching Boogie Plays Games, or sometimes Boogie Plays Games. Today I'm not going to play a game as usual. I don't know why I call it Boogie Plays Games, because I'm mostly talking about games. But today I'm actually showing my face for a change, because I'm going to react to the Final Fantasy VII PSX trailer. It shows gameplay and it shows some other things. I want to talk about this. Before I show this and before I talk about it, here's what you need to know about me. I'm a cliche, because Final Fantasy VII was an incredible game to me. I love this game. I loved it so much. I played it from beginning to end. It's the very first video game I ever outsourced because I did not want to do chocobo racing, but I wanted to kill all of the weapons. So I had my friend Phil do all the chocobo racing so that I could kill the ruby weapon at the end, or emerald weapon, or whichever the big one is at the end. I can't remember. But I love this game. I did not own a PlayStation until this game was released. Then I walked into the local EB Games, and I said, I waited in line, and I looked at the guy, and I'm like, I need one copy of Final Fantasy VII, and whatever the hell I need to play that. And he's like, so a PlayStation? I'm like, sure, is that it? I don't know. He's like, do you want a second controller? I'm like, is it a two-player game? Probably not, so I'll just take the one. And he sold it to me, and I got it home, and I played for like 8 hours straight. I got at least through disc 1, the first setting. And then I realized I needed the save card, and the guy did not sell me a save card. And by then, EB Games was closed because it was in the middle of the night. So I had to leave the system on all night and then go back and get a save card. And this is back when I was like straight broke. Like we were living in this crappy, terrible apartment, and I had this little 19-inch color television, and I had like it was setting on a milk crate, and so my PlayStation was inside of another milk crate, which I allegedly stole from behind like grocery stores because we didn't have much money. But I'd saved up to get this game and to get the console. Unfortunately, I was able to afford it. And man, we played that game backwards and forwards, and I loved it. I just loved Final Fantasy VII. But I'm a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series. Not really what they've done with it over the last few years, because I love the turn-based combat. I love limit breaks. I love grinding, I love exploring, I love searching. I love the old school Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy VII is not my favorite. It is one of my favorites. It is not my favorite. A lot of people ask me what my favorite Final Fantasy is, and I will tell you, and you're going to hate me as soon as I'm done. You're going to say, you're not a Final Fantasy fan, Boogie. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a fucking idiot. I love 10. I love Blitzball. Okay, number one, I love Blitzball. It's not my favorite minigame. My favorite minigame was the card game in 8. But I do love Blitzball. I loved the story of 10. I did not like 10-2 or X2. I hated X2. I did not enjoy that game at all. But I did enjoy X. X2 kind of undid a lot of what I liked about X in the story of the line. The gameplay was fine. The storyline got completely dissolved by X2. So I did not care for that. And I still don't to this day. In my mind, X2 doesn't exist. X is amazing. That's my favorite. Final Fantasy VII comes in right below it. Everybody's like, where's 9 on your list? I didn't like 9 that much. I liked that they went back to their roots and got away from sci-fi and went back to... It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The reason I'm excited for the remake of Final Fantasy VII is because it will make my memories of playing that game for the first time perhaps kind of real. In getting to see, like, the city and maybe the saucer and getting to see the weapons and getting to see these summons and getting to see Cloud, I will be able to see these scenes the way that I remember them. Not in the way that I play them now in this like terrible 8-bit nightmare, of what the graphics actually were like, but in a modern day system. I need that. I need that in my life. And that's why this is good. That's why this was good to me. So we're going to watch it again. I watched it probably 5 times now. And we're going to pick it apart a little bit here. PlayStation. The legend becomes real. There's the train. There's the train from the beginning of the game. And that alone, if you guys remember the tech demo that Square did like 5 years ago, showing what this game could eventually potentially look like, and they showed the train, and they showed the opening part of the game, man, I've been waiting since then. I have not... let's go. Let's just play. Now, of course, I've seen Advent Children, so I know what it's like to see Cloud in the high res, and so I get to see all the characters in high res, obviously. But man, does he look good here. Does he look so good here. Everybody looks good. Barrett! Okay, let's talk about Barrett for a minute. Barret in Final Fantasy VII is, in a lot of people's opinion, and also my opinion, the worst part about Final Fantasy VII. Okay, like there's some, like somebody who aligns themselves with like social justice or whatever, say he's kind of a cliche and a stereotype, and all of that's true. That's not what bothered me. What bothered me was just how terrible the lines that he was given were, and how uninteresting the character was. I basically just didn't play with him, and I didn't have to play with him. My roommate and my best friend of the last 20 years, he got Barret killed and left Barret dead. And even if Barret was in a vital scene, Barret would just be dead. And then, like, for the vital scene, he would stand up and then say his lines, "Oh, I pity the fools," whatever he would say, and then he would, like, fall back down dead. And it was hilarious to watch my friend play Final Fantasy VII. It doesn't matter. Barret here is interesting. Barret looks cool. Barret looks awesome. The minigun looks awesome. He looks awesome. The voice acting is awesome. As long as the lines are good, it's going to be good. You best be worth it. Look at this. And this scene here shows me what, if they would stick to the traditional gameplay, this is what it could look like. And that would be incredible. Imagine the summons with the traditional gameplay. Imagine they're not doing that. It's wishful thinking. I know it's just wishful thinking, but I'm very wishful. I wish that that's how it could be. But again, the modern exploration is just incredible. It's incredible to see the way that city looks. It looks so good. That's the thing. Like, I know this is a trailer, and I know rendering, and it's probably being rendered on a PC and not a PS4, and I know all of that. I know all of that, but so goddamn good looking. It's so good looking. It's exactly how I remember it. Like, that's what's crazy about it. That's not at all what it looked like, but that's what a decade of memories, or 15 years, I don't know how long it's been. It's like 15 years, 20 years almost, 1,000 years, however long it's been, that's what this game looks like in my brain. That's why I've never been able to go back and play it, because I don't want to ruin what's in my brain. Man, that looks good. And it transitions there from cutscene to gameplay, it looks like, and it lowers the rendering a little bit, but it still looks so good. You're doing this for the planet, right? Not interested. That's my cloud. I don't give a shit about your Al Gore bullshit. I'm here to kill for Gil. All right, here we go. All right, so look at this combat. This is very modern combat. This is very modern Final Fantasy combat, but it does kind of still look very inspired with the original Final Fantasy VII combat. It really does, and I'm hoping that they're going to find some sort of hybrid. I really hope they're going to find some sort of a hybrid, because it's important to me that they do, because it needs to be very true to the original game. I understand that this is a remake. This is not a remaster. This is a remake. They're rebuilding the game from the ground up. They're going to leave out like all the weird, embarrassing shit that's in the original game. I understand that. I wish they could stay true to the art, but I understand why they won't. But I need it to be as close to home as it can be. Does that make sense? I need it to be as close to home as it can be. I need that. But the combat looks so good. It just looks so fun. Look at him dodging bullets like Neo in the Matrix. My God. Oh God, yes. Kill this. I wish they showed a summon or a limit break here or something to that effect. I really want to know what they're going to do with that system and how that's going to work out. I really wish they had put that in this trailer, but I guess they need to leave something for the future. Just, that's so incredible to me. I didn't think I was going to live to see this game. I just be brutally honest with you. I did not think I would ever live to see the remake. And I'm going to. Hopefully. And hopefully it's going to be good. And I've been reading all kinds of stuff about it over the weekend, including that it might be released episodically, which would be like a major fuck up. But think about how long Square has had to figure out how to fuck up this game. And I know that you're going to, Square. I know that you are, and I'm not letting myself get excited. I know I look excited, but I'm reserved because I could be more excited. But I know they're going to fuck it up. I really don't want them to. Please, please make this my Final Fantasy VII memories with updated graphics and updated gameplay. Make it as wonderful of a game as the original was for me. And then Remake X, even though I know it just got a remaster. And then Remake 9. Remake 9. And maybe I'll like it this time around. Maybe that stupid guard character won't be a stick in the mud this time around. Wow, man, just some of this is so amazing. And I'm so glad we got to see combat. Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up, Square. Don't fuck this up!